Hello friends, welcome back to the online classes. We were going through the chapter number 2, The Thief's Story. And we have almost finished 75% of the chapter. In my last two videos, I have already explained the chapter 75%. Today, we will finish it off, the chapter. Before starting, a small recap. The thief's story begins with the narrator who is 15 years old and he is a successful person, successful in his profession. He meets Anil in a wrestling match who is 25 years old, a very thin and lean person. He gains his confidence in the wrestling match by talking about the wrestling and complimenting him that he is also a kind of a wrestler. But Anil, who is a bit clever, tells him that he also looks like a wrestler, and he accepts. Yeah, I too do little wrestling. After the match, when Anil was going back, the narrator went and met him again and asked him about his for the job. Anil said that he cannot give him job and all because he does not have any. He cannot pay him. That's why he cannot give any job. Then he asked that, can you feed me? And Anil asked Hari Singh that whether he cooks. Now, when Anil asked his name, what is your name? He had given a fake name, okay, a new name in a new place, Hari Singh, which helped him to be away from the police and other people, those who are in search of him. Now, after reaching home, Anil asked him to cook. When he cooks, the food was not good, so he throws it to the dog and asks him to leave the house. But then Hari Singh lingers on. He gives a big smile, and Anil feels pity on him, and he patted his head and said, "Okay, come on, I will teach you how to cook as well as how to read and write." Now, Hari was happy to be with him, and very especially to know that he is going to teach him, and he started dreaming that if he is educated, then he can achieve much more things, many more things he can achieve. The day always started by making a cup of tea for Anil, and after that he would go to market to buy the things for the household. He was very clever and very intelligent. He always used to bargain with the shopkeepers and saved 1 rupees every day. And Anil knew about it, but Anil never asked him why he kept that money and did not give him back, did not return him, because it was his cleverness. That's why he did not ask. Anil was a person who he was a writer who used to get money by writing stories or an article for a magazine and all like that. 1 week he would get money, other week he would borrow, then he will return it back. Like that his life was. Whenever he got money, he used to spend the whole lot with his friends. He had given access to his room to Hari. Hari could come and go at any time in his room because he had the key of his room. He was trusting him very much. One day, he sold his book to a company and to a publisher, and he got good amount of money. He comes and shows that money to Hari Singh and tells him that today I have got a lot of money, and he keeps the money under his bed. Now Hari Singh was watching all these things. He was almost working for Anil for a month or so, and we know that when we do not do our own work properly, not practicing, then we lose the touch of that. Since he was a thief, he hadn't theft anybody so far in this 1 month, so he thought of stealing the money from Anil's mattress because he knew that he is not giving him anything. He doesn't give any salary or as such, and not only that, the money what he has got, he will go and spend that whole money with his friends. So what is the use of it's better I'll take it. Now that day it was a moonlit night. The moonlight was falling from the window on the face of Anil. He quietly crept there slowly to Anil's bed, put his hand under the mattress and found out the money. He took the money put into his under his waist and ran away from there. He had already planned because at 10:30 there was a train to Lucknow. He would catch that train and run away. So he had already made plan. The moment he took the money, he just ran. When he came to the open area, very far away from the house, he counted the money. It was 600 of 50 rupees note. He straight away went to the platform. He never bought the train ticket because he was a thief. He never wanted to get that. He used to go away straight away to the train. Now, today, as he was going, something stopped him. He could not travel in the train. He just sat there. He could not go anywhere. Something stopped him. The train passed away, and he was all alone at the deserted station. He was just thinking, what happened to me? Why I could not get on the train? Anyhow, he came back to the market, sat on a bench and started thinking of what to do, because he does not know anybody here. He doesn't know anybody except Anil, and he cannot stay in the hotel because hotel people may doubt at him. They may ask so many questions, so he does not have answers for all those questions. So he just sat there, and since it was early November, it was drizzling and all. He started raining slowly. He got up from there and went back to the clock tower. Under that, he took shelter. He was totally wet. The whole, all his clothes were wet and was sticking to his skin. He touched the money and found that money also was money also got wet because of the rain. So up to here we had finished. Okay, now I'll continue the chapter from here. I went back to the bazaar and sat down in the shelter of the clock tower. The clock showed midnight. I felt for the notes. They were down from the rain. So it was already night, 12 o'clock, midnight. And when he touched his notes, they were totally wet. Anil's money. In the morning, he would probably have given me 2 or 3 rupees to go to the cinema, but now I had it all. I couldn't cook his meals, run to the bazaar, or learn to write whole sentences anymore. Now, he started thinking about the Anil's life and all, and about his life. That when he was with Anil, the money was there. Maybe following morning, he would have given him 2 or 3 notes and asked him to go and enjoy, go and see the cinema and all. And now he cannot do all those things. He cannot get that money because he has got all that money with him. He even now he cannot read and write. He will not able to learn to cook for Anil, even making profit by going the market. So now he was feeling that he has done something wrong for the first time. I had forgotten about them in the excitement of the theft. Whole sentences I knew could one day bring me more than a few hundred rupees. It was a simple matter to steal, and sometimes just as simple to be caught. But to be a really big man, a clever and respected man, was something else. I should go back to Anil, I told myself, if only to learn to read and write. Now, he suddenly realized that he could read and write. He could learn to write a sentence. He could be an educated man, which would have brought a lot of things in his life. Honor, prestige, personality, respect from others. He could have got all those things. He could have been a big man by educating himself. But now, because of the thrilling theft, by stealing the money, he had forgot all those things. Now he was realizing that my God, I have lost all the chances to be a big man, to be a good man. By people would have respected me. If I have learned, if I have educated, then I could get a good job, do good work and all, and I can get more money than what I have stolen right now. And this profession is very, very dangerous. I would always be easily caught up. I would be put in the prison. People may beat me, hit me, and in that case I may break my hands and legs, and even I can die. So he realized this, that I have made a very big mistake because of this theft. Now he decides that he would go back. Somehow he decided that I will change myself and I will go back. Now see the change coming in the life of Hari Singh. Now because he started learning, started educating himself, he realized the importance of education. He understood that education is the most important factor in a person's life, which can change the whole personality of the person. That's why he decided then and there that he would go back, whatever may be the cause, whatever may be the consequences he has to undergo, he will go back and give the money to Anil. I hurried back to the room feeling very nervous, for it is much easier to steal something than to return it undetected. I opened the door quietly, then stood in the doorway in clouded moonlight. Anil was still asleep. I crept to the head of the bed, and my hand came up with the notes. I felt his breath on my hand. I remained still for a minute. Then my hand found the edge of the mattress and slipped under it with the notes. Now, Hari Singh hurried back to the Anil's house. Now, he was a bit nervous because it is not easy to keep the money back. It's easy to steal, but to keep it back is very, very difficult. You may know in your own childhood, if you remember in your childhood time and all, when you used to take something from your cupboard of your mother, or from the father's cupboard, or from the table, some anything, for just for the fun, sometimes you take it, and when you keep it back, you do not know where to keep, because the father and mother would easily catch us, and we think that how they are catching us, because what we have taken, from where we have taken, we forget, and we forget to keep at the exactly the same place, in the same posture, right? And that's the reason that our parents easily used to catch us. Here the narrator Hari Singh also had the same feeling. Now he had taken the money. Now that wet money, he has to keep it back, and if Anil Singh gets up, then it will be a problem for him. So that's why he was a bit worried what to do, how to keep it back. It is very, very difficult, to keep it inside the under the thing. Anyhow, he reached home to Anil's home. Again, he crept it slowly, gradually, reached Anil's bed mattress. He pulled out the wet note, slightly started pulling inside, and Hari Singh almost gave a sigh, and he felt very frightened that he may get up, but he did not get up. He just kept the money and came out. I woke late next morning to find that Anil had already made the tea. He stretched out his hand towards me. There was a 50 rupee note between his fingers. My heart sank. I thought I had been discovered. Now, following morning, now since the whole night he was awake, he was running up and down. Once he went to station, came back, then he was wet and all those things were, so he was deadly tired. He was having a good sleep. Now when he got up, he saw Anil holding the cup of tea for him, and on the other hand there was a 50 rupee note. Now he was a bit tensed, nervous. He thought that Anil might have come to know that I had stolen the money and I have come back and kept the money. So he could not say anything, he could not speak, and he just sitting there, with big eyes, thinking that what next. I made some money yesterday, he explained. Now you will pay it regularly. My spirits rose, but when I took the note, I saw it was still wet from the night's rain. Today we'll start writing sentences, he said. He knew, but neither his lips nor his eyes showed anything. I smiled at Anil in my most appealing way, and the smile came by itself without any effort. Now, Anil told him that yesterday I made a good amount of money, and now onwards I will be paying you. Okay, I will pay you. Now, when he gave the money to Hari Singh took it, and he found that the note was still wet, but there was no sign of on the face of Anil, whether on his eyes or on his kind of a posture, that he knows that you have stolen my money, you have brought back and kept everything. It doesn't show anything. He was just clean. Hari Singh understood that he knows everything, but still he is behaving as if he does not know. And that's the quality that changed Hari Singh totally. And he said, Anil said to Hari that tomorrow onwards we will start learning writing the whole sentences. And he just went, and Hari Singh just gave a smile at him and went away from there, and he just had a cup of tea. I hope you might have understood the story. Question answers, as it is told, will be uploaded on Wednesday of this chapter. You write in your copy. Very specially, I would like to tell section B and D that you need not to worry about your books that Sudhakar sir was teaching first flight, whereas I am teaching footprint without feet. So there is no problem in that. As the days goes, once the first periodic test, first periodic syllabus is over, I will let you know I will take the next book. Okay, so need not to worry. You can make two books, two copies, one for first flight and other one for the footprint, or you can make one and make it half and write the question answers. Okay, have a nice day. Thank you.